Welcome everyone to the October 28th, 2025 City of Broussard Council meeting. Please remember to adjust your microphones and speak into them so you can be heard clearly on our broadcast. If anyone from the audience would like to make a comment on an item listed on our agenda, please fill out a blue card located near the entrance door and turn it into our city clerk. Each speaker will be given a maximum of 3 minutes. Please rise for the pledge. Please welcome Deacon Tilly with First Baptist Church of Broussard to lead us in our prayer.
Let's pray. Father in heaven, Lord, we honor your name today. We glorify your name. We just lift you up as our God, and we thank you for all the blessings you give us in our lives, Lord. I pray today for protection for the firemen and the policemen, Lord, for the city of Broussard as they put their lives on the line each and every day to protect us, Lord. I pray for their protection, that you just watch over them and keep them safe in all that they do. I pray, Lord, that as this meeting occurs tonight, that your spirit would be here to lead those making the decisions, Lord. Give them wisdom, give them the process that they need to continue to improve the city. Pray, Lord, that you would just watch over us and that everything that occurs will bring you honor and glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Item 2.1, acceptance of the minutes of the October 14th, 2025 council meeting. Do we have a motion to accept?
Second.
The minutes were supplied in the council's packet. Kelly, do we have any public comment?
No public comment.
Council discussion?
District one? Yes. District two?
Yes.
District three?
Yes.
District four?
Yes.
District five?
Yes.
At large? Motion approved.
Item 3.1, approval of the September 2025 financial report. Do we have a motion to approve? Second. So the report was emailed out to the council. The high points on it are that September was 5% below our budget for the month, which brings our total budget 1% below the budget for the year. And that would be 3 months of reporting since our new year started. Do you have public comment?
No public comment.
Council discussion?
District two?
Yes.
District three?
Yes.
District four?
Yes.
District five?
Yes.
At large? District one? Yes. Motion approved.
Under other business, we have item 4.1, a facilities maintenance presentation. I'll ask Mr. Fabian Carrington to come up. Fabian has been in the lead. Fabian works with Mel in Public Works, and he has been doing an assessment and some very good work on our buildings thus far. So the premise of this discussion is that, the city has kind of taken a new look at its ownership. We have some new properties, many of our departments are in new buildings, and looking at handling maintenance a little different way, a way that the intent would be to save the city money and streamline the process. And I'll let Fabian give an explanation.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, and guests. I want to briefly highlight the importance of a strong facility maintenance program that some of the city don't have at all. With this program, you'll be able to focus more just on your area. The chief police will focus on more policing. Fire would focus just on fire. Just like parks, Jamie can focus on more of the park. With maintenance, you're pretty much covering all your grounds, interior and exterior of the building. I mean, we pretty much got over 20 plus buildings here. You're looking at over 75 air conditioning units. That means 75 air handlers. So it's something that we have to approach. We have people in-house that can take care of it. And we also have contractors that can do it. I want to highlight the importance of it. This isn't about fixing what breaks. It's about protecting our investment, reducing operational costs, and making sure our facilities remain safe and reliable for all our citizens and employees. Right now, our team is responsible, like I said, for over 20 plus buildings that the city owns. Public safety facilities, park structures, historical sites like the Bouncing House. We have over 80 plus cameras that we have to look over, 50 plus fire extinguishers, smoke detectors, toilets, plumbing. We have over 60 toilets. It has to be maintained by somebody, and it's more cost efficient to the city if it's in-house done. And most of it can be done in-house. Beyond the wall of our buildings, we're responsible to continue the grounds, grass cutting, spraying all cross facilities, pressure washing all buildings. That prevents long-term damage. Even restriping of the public facility parking lots to ensure safety and compliance. Some of the stripes you see in City Hall, the community center, we do that ourselves, so it actually saves the city money. We even support our community streets. 6 months ago, I think we had over 40 lights out on Ambassador. So we get with Slim Code Energy, we let them know what's going on, communicate with them, those lights are on. That's another part of the maintenance. As we grow, our maintenance allow us to preserve our history. The Bouncing House, one of our oldest community landmarks, can continue to serve Broussard for generation only if we continue to maintain and protect it. And again, we do a lot of work over there. And again, it's cost efficient and it saves the city money. Now that I outlined the importance of maintaining what we currently own, I'd like to speak briefly about how we continue to strengthen our infrastructure through thoughtful upgrades and planning. As Broussard grows, our facility must grow with us. We just purchased new buildings, the Public Works, Fire, and Police Department. Police Department got over 20 cameras itself. They got over 15 air conditioning units. We have people in place that can change the vents, that can change the air filters. But you have to have a program or you have to have a system in place, because if not, it will be costly as we move forward. The new facility supports centralized maintenance operations, reducing travel time and fuel costs, improved storage, protecting these expensive equipment from weather damage and extending its life. On-site spaces and repair shop, meaning more work gets done in-house instead of paying contractors. We invest in new systems and smart technology. Every dollar goes further. For example, energy efficient lighting lowers our utility costs every day. We are also implementing a preventive maintenance plan, which is digital tracking. Hey, it's time to change this filter. It's time to change the battery. You go in any facility right now, it's numbered. Your security cameras are numbered. Your key fobs are numbered. We have over 150 key fobs throughout all the facilities. The secretary at the police station would call and say, hey, we got key fob 5 out. I have a floor plan and we have a book. You can pass it around. Y'all can see the floor plan where you can just call and say, hey, this is out. It's right here, the left room. It shows you a diagram of the building. And having this would just reduce a lot. Again, it's not just our air conditioning, it's our fire extinguishers, it's our refrigerators, it's all the facilities. It's even from Bernard to Albertsons. We do a lot of work from there, again, ground, lighting, street lights, lamps, all of that in there. Any comments or questions?
About how much are we outsourcing right now? Like for air conditioning filters, just to change.
So right now for filters, what we started 6 months ago, a year, we bought the filters you rent out. We don't even buy filters no more. So every 3 months we take it out the vent, we rinse it off, we put it back in there. That's a budget we don't have to save no more. If you call the air conditioning guy out, that's $225 right there. So it prevents 10 people from calling 10 air conditioning. You call one person now, and that one person will come assess the situation. What is wrong? Can we fix it? If we can't fix it, how much it is? And talking to Melanie, we go back and forth. So you only got so many hands in the pot instead of 30 hands in it at one time.
So our current process is, and like what we're building up to right now is kind of, we're gonna have to do some things, like we're gonna have to create some policies and do a budget amendment for, in a future council meeting. But today, what's happening is, I'll just use the police department as an example. If they have an air conditioner go out, or they have a faucet that's leaking, it's basically they're calling a plumber, they're calling an air conditioning person, and they're keeping up with what's under warranty or that kind of repair, and they have money, a line item in their budget for maintenance of their building. What we're proposing now is to bring it up to the one department, which would be under Public Works, which Fabian would be head of, that they would send an email, which we've already set up, to a facility maintenance email at Broussard, saying, bathroom number 2 has a leaky faucet, we would have an employee go out and assess and make a determination if we could make that repair or if we'd have to call a plumber. But general maintenance that we would be on a normal schedule would be checking fire extinguishers once a year to make sure we can't mark them as compliant, but we can see if they're still in the green and working. If our smoke alarms are working, doing the AC filters at every building monthly, parking lot striping and pressure washing buildings once a year. They are already responsible for cutting all grass and maintaining grounds at every building. But this would allow a schedule to be made that we could keep up with. For generators have to be maintained once a year. It also opens the door for us to globally quote out things like pest control or air conditioning repair, right? Now, you can go to any building today because of the work they've done, and at that address, every air conditioner is marked, 110, whatever it is. So we can call by address and say, AC number 5 at this address is not working. He would have documentation on when was the last repair, what warranty, and we'll be able to track it all back later to the council. This building, this address, 5801 is chief's address, what we're spending the last year on maintaining the building. But we're gonna have to do a maneuver to put maintenance that exists in every department right now into one pot of money so they can repair. They'll be able to call an AC guy, cut POs for those repairs, that sort of thing. But the system's already starting to work really well. We've been knowing that we've been building up to this, so we've been testing a lot of things. And in the end, what we're looking for is efficiency. And like Fabian said, the police chief should not be trying to figure out how to repair a leaky faucet. We should have a department that's handling that, not to distract them, the fire department, recreation department, and so on. We have a response because right now it's sort of we're operating that way right now unofficially because we know where we're going, but you calling the plumber, Jamie calling the plumber, he knows it's not probably the best, most efficient way to do it citywide. We're trying to put it in an organized department where things are streamlined and we, every department can do their business, but facilities, every building is a city building. It's a existing building or fire department, but it's still a city building that should be maintained by the city. And you're right, it keeps the long-term maintenance down when you're addressing it regularly. That is correct. I'm still having conversations with Burton Colder, our auditor, and our CPA on how exactly that would work. I think we have it figured out, but we're preparing that to bring to the council because the budget changes. We have to come here. But now we know the process works. That will open the door for us to do some global quoting and some of the things like pest control. But yes, because they would need access. Today, they cannot write a PO from the police department for
It comes out of your budget.
so we'd have to put it in one spot so that they have control, authority to write POs. Yes, all buildings.
And you won't have 10 hands in the pot. Mel will be directing it, so you have an understanding of where the money is going. But again, it'll be assessed first by us. 90% of the stuff we can take care of that we already currently doing.
But just for the record, we stand as well.
Exactly.
Exactly. what it is.
Exactly.
And is that work under warranty if the next person shows up? We think we are, yeah, that we're able to do it with the manpower that we have. I believe the records will be attached to that.
They will be.
That's how
Everything will
I'm
follow
imagining it.
each other, the
And
bill,
then
the
then working
address,
with the
who
budget,
called, who fixed it.
It'll track back to the police department building, but it'll happen at the end of the year. The conversation with Bert, it needs to be in one pot, but then in the end, it'll say $100,000 was spent on this address, $50,000 was spent on that address, and it'll touch their budget that way.
Yeah,
But-
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It'll be the same thing like we do for equipment. When we do a repair on a piece of equipment, we put that equipment number on the, purchase order request and, what the repair is, so you can track what's being done on that particular piece of equipment. Yep, exactly. Same thing. Yep, same thing with the buildings. We'll do the same thing with the buildings. And look, we're very fortunate to have really talented people, on our staff. I mean, we have Brian and his team that does electrical work, just like Fabian has Chad at his shop. They're real good electricians. They can do most of the stuff. Now, I'm not gonna say they can do everything. When it comes to something bigger, well, then we gotta reach out to somebody who can. Same thing with air conditioning stuff. Brian and Chad are very talented with air conditioning stuff, but if you got a compressor that's going or something like that, it's a different animal.
And some things you need to be licensed to not mess up your warrant. Like you can't start messing with a compressor for some warrant unless you're licensed.
Correct.
But a lot of times you go out there and it's a thermostat, which is a pretty easy thing to change or a light switch. You don't need an electrician many times for some of these things.
Or flush the air conditioner.
Today, some of what is happening is there are certain people that we have on staff that can do maintenance, but they're getting calls by many different department heads all vying for attention for repair, and it's a little bit of a push and pull this way with the control. I mean, the goal here is to save money. That's the ultimate, and have a better product.
And it'll be documented, so you just have one city email for maintenance. Just one email address, so now you can document on who's asking for the purchase or who's fixing it.
So, and tonight is just a report to kind of discuss it as we move forward into, I'm gonna work with Burton, and we're gonna prepare, on how it should be arranged. And we'll make sure, he's gonna spend some time with Crystal and that, we talked about that today, and then we'll be ready to kind of move forward. It will be launched. Now, what we have today, I got to compliment Fabian that we never had before, is I can pull out a schematic through him of any building we own, and it shows a line drawn in the building. It shows where all the offices are, all the doors, all the windows are, all the air conditioners, which are numbered. Each thing that might need to be touched in there, so we know what we're facing, and you'd be able to send somebody out there to work on it.
And you can easily find it with the diagram. You can walk right up to it instead of walking around. A secretary at the police station, fire department, oh, that's security camera 3. And let them know security camera 3 is out. And it's just, like I said, it's time efficient, cost efficient. It really gonna help, especially in the
It's
long
gotten a lot more organized. since
Yeah.
I've been kind of working with these guys. Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
Resolutions, 5.1, resolution number 858-25, a resolution to amend the 2025, 2026 operating budget and revenues and expenditures for the construction of the Marshall Beal Elementary School sidewalk project. Do we have a motion to approve? So, Walter and Daniel from Como Engineering have been working on this process, but if you remember a month or so ago, Superintendent Touchette from Lafayette Parish School Board was here in this meeting, and we discussed trying to get the sidewalk project at Marshall Beal completed. He committed to sharing in that project by 50%. The next week, he did send me a letter, and the letter reads that they would commit 50% of the expense up to $150,000. We have looked at it through our engineering firms, and we feel that is plenty of money or enough money to get it done. And we would have to fund the project. The next item on the agenda would be the council authorized me to sign an IGA with them so we could have that joint contract. So Daniel, if you could talk
Yeah,
about
so
the
this
project.
is, it'll be a sidewalk from, Ambassador Catford along Fairfield Road, Ambassador Commons from the entrance to the entrance of the school right there. And then they would kind of tie in and bring it to there. And then the second phase of the project, would be from the entrance of the school through Ambassador Commons and, where the page goes. Down Monterey.
We, yeah, we have.
In front of Ambassador. And the Ambassador Commons section on Monterey, the neighborhood, we have a lot of it there. It's the cane field section right there. That we'd have to get some. Entrance. Yes. Yeah, and it would go. We're bringing it to their property and they're gonna figure out how to, there's a certain way they wanna maneuver them and not, they got some discussion. They don't want to cross driveways with bus traffic and all that. They were going back and think on that one, like the one going down Fairfield, they don't want to cross in the driveway. They're gonna kind of parallel the driveway and stay away from that because there's a lot of traffic coming in. They want to keep them far off. Yeah, but they want to, when they bring it to the door, they're gonna cut across the property. A big green space is what they told us. Yes.
We met on site with them and pitched it to them. And I think within a week, we got a letter from the superintendent. They were all on.
He certainly met his commitment. We still need to sign an IGA, but, we drafted it. You know, if we get approval here, we send it to them, we get approval. Public comment?
No public comment.
Any further council discussion?
District three,
Yes.
District four,
Yes.
District five,
Yes.
at large. District one. District two,
Yes.
motion approved.
Item 5.2, resolution number 859-25, a resolution authorizing execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the city of Broussard and the Lafayette Parish School System for the construction of the Marshallville Elementary School Sidewalk Project. Do we have a motion to approve?
Second.
Any public comment, Kelly?
No public comment.
Question?
District four,
Yes.
District five,
Yes.
at large. District one. District two,
Yes.
District three,
Yes.
motion approved.
Item 5.3, resolution number 860-25, a resolution authorizing execution of a cooperative endeavor agreement for firefighting services by and between the parish of Lafayette and the city of Broussard. Do we have a motion to approve?
Second.
So, Deputy Chief Justin Denice is here tonight to give us a rundown of the agreement. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, Council, this is our annual agreement with Lafayette Consolidated Government for the Broussard Fire Department to provide fire protection in the unincorporated area. By HR2, Cajun Estates, things like that. Ultimately, it requires us to meet some stipulations associated with it, and they provide funding to the city to be able to supplement. So it's the annual contract, 139,334 is the budgeted amount associated with Broussard Volunteer Fire Department. That does not include the 2%. But, approval for the contract will give the mayor to enter into the agreement and continue to provide the service that we've been providing. Slightly, not enough to brag about, but there is a slight increase there.
How about our falls?
We run, there's an increase there, but a lot of that increase is the area where Milton and things like that are developing, and we provide that automatic aid there. So the number in the unincorporated area for us is just over 100. It's about 10% of our total cost.
Public comment.
Further council discussion?
District five,
Yes.
at large. District one. Yes. District two,
Yes.
district three,
Yes.
district four.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Item 5.4, resolution number 861-25, a resolution granting authority to the mayor to sign and submit all necessary documents in connection with the water sector program, Phase 2 Water System Improvement Project. Do we have a motion to approve?
Second.
So as part of our, we were awarded water sector money with a value of $3.7 million a month or so ago. We received a letter. There is quite a process that goes along with that. But part of this is the council has to authorize the acceptance of the agreement, and that needs to be turned in before November 1st. So this was our opportunity to get it in front of the council. As we work through, we're currently working through a rate study, which is part of the entire process. And Gerald or Walter, if you want to expand on that, I'm sure you can touch on it better than I can.
Basically, it's a requirement of the grant that Ray has to sign some paperwork, and y'all have to authorize him to do that. And we have to have that on a certain date. And then there's a laundry list of 10 or 20 things that we have to do to this is.
Yes, we had a Zoom call with them today, and we have been submitting documents for the past week or so of things that they requested. We submitted the recent rate study that we did last year, and they're gonna use that to forego theirs, to do theirs and do some of that information to help them out. But yeah, like Walter said, it's things that they require in the laundry list of things that we have to do to qualify for the money.
So we have been fortunate, since we have put together our water system improvement master plan, to be awarded quite a bit of grant money, about 10 million from the state and capital outlay. Now this $3.7 million, which has allowed us to move pretty quickly on a lot of these projects. But we are in the engineering phase. This money in particular is pointed towards the Garber well area. So you're stipulated in the grant, improvements there, and we have to start, get serious about engineering to stay within the timelines. But the other big push on capital outlay will be on Albertson's water well. So we're gonna have to run these two projects sort of concurrently with two different processes, but we can handle it. We're happy to have that level of support from the state on this funding, and it'll be much appreciated, as we bolster our water system. Any public comment?
No public comment. District five,
Yes.
at large. District one. Yes. District two,
Yes.
district three,
Yes.
district four.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Item 5.5, a resolution number 862-25, a resolution declaring the property at 404, 410, and 414 East Monroe Street as salvage, buildings only, and authorized disposition. Do we have a motion to approve?
Second.
So these are the three residential properties that we acquired with the purchase of the historic school and that whole block of property. We are, through our insurance, not in a position to be in the residential rental business. So being able to auction off the property is the city's best bet. The buildings only, the property will remain with the city. But this would be the first step in starting that process. And we have started to put it together. 410 would be the first building that is vacant, and we would be able to start there. But in order to do that, the council must declare them salvage.
Are they occupied right now?
Two of the buildings are occupied, but we have agreements with the tenants that they would be out by the end of the year. This November. Yes, I mean, the process would be that they go to auction and then if anyone from the public can bid on it, it would be a movable asset and it would be an auction for the property. We would set like the price we'd be willing to accept and then, it would be a process. And we actually intend to use the, LaMax program to do it, and they would handle the auction for us and be available to anyone locally, but also anyone around the state if they so choose to bid on it. Say again. The property stays with us. The building would be to be moved, sold to be moved. Yes.
Now, once these buildings are moved, are they gonna terminate the water and sewer, or are they gonna keep that for possible future use? How do we handle that?
We typically, we can just pull the meter out of the box,
Just cap it?
cap it, yeah, and if we need it in the future, we can use it. If we need to remove it, we can remove it. It's very easily done.
Public comment, yeah?
No public comment.
Any further council discussion?
At large? District one? Yes. District two?
Yes.
District three?
Yes.
District four?
Yes.
District five?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Ordinances for introduction. Item 6.1, ordinance number 25-8835, an ordinance to amend the schedule for regular council meetings to one meeting a month on the second Tuesday of each month. Do we have a motion to introduce?
Second.
There's been a little bit of chatter going around about this may be a little more efficient for the city, so it is on the council's agenda for consideration and discussion. Do we have public comment?
No public comment.
Any council discussion?
District one? Yes. District two?
Yes.
District three?
Yes.
District four?
Yes.
District five?
Yes.
At large? Motion approved.
That was the last item on our agenda, but I'd like to remind everybody that trick or treating is this Friday, October 31st, from 6 to 8 p.m. in Broussard. So have a good time, but please be mindful. There'll be plenty of traffic out there, plenty of kids running around, so stay safe. We also have coffee with the mayor and chiefs this Friday, October 31st, from 7 to 8:30 at Tons Drive-In. We hope you come and visit us. It's a great time for a little coffee and conversation. We appreciate you being at our meeting. Please drive safely. Meeting adjourned.